My name is Adam Del Marcel. On September 19th, 2014, I lost my younger brother to a heroin overdose. Since this time, my family has and does deal with the deepest senses of depression, loss, anxiety, and the complete sense of detachment that come when you lose someone that you love so very dearly to addiction. As a family, we were to find out quickly how my community was to respond to our loss, how our elected officials and police department were to handle the investigation into his death, and just how seriously they take the heroin and opioid epidemic within our community. On the day that my brother died, the detective charged with the responsibility of my brother's case told me I needed to lower my expectations. I've seen hundreds of these, and there's absolutely nothing remarkable about your brother's death. This is someone that is charged to protect and serve and to keep our streets safe and the people within our community feeling like they're cared for. And this is the first response that I was given. My mother, on the same day, was told by our local coroner that, what do you expect? He was an addict. In my city, as in most, the response to the heroin and opioid epidemic is minimal to none at best. What you read in the paper and what you hear on the news is the tip of the iceberg, and that news is often skewed purposely to not cause widespread panic to how serious this issue is, and secondly, to keep the community members from talking, to keep us from asking questions and holding accountable the elected officials we put into place to care for our communities. My response to this, I used the skill set that I had. I created works of art, posters, and prints depicting the story of my family. I took these posters and prints and I placed them out onto the street in my community. These posters depicted the story of a family, my family, and what it means to lose someone to heroin and opioids. As quick as my work goes up, the police are sent out onto the street to systematically destroy the work I've created. Often the works that I make depict actual officials within our city, even by name at times, because I want to tell an unfiltered truth. I want people to understand that what is happening is an epidemic, and the way the response is going is minimal, and that stigma runs deep around heroin and opioid addiction. Treatment options are minimal where we live in most communities, and we need to talk about this as well, as we will never be able to do anything about this epidemic until we can take care of two major factors. One, we get dealers of poison off the street, and number two, we get people in need of help into quality care, regardless if they have money or not. So as my work continues to go up, it gets destroyed by the police and only stays up for a day or two. Now this has caused community conversation and did what I intended for this work to do, was to get people to start to ask questions. But I need this work to have a harder impact. So the next phase of my work is what I need help from you with. I am looking to gain funds to obtain a high-powered projector in which I can project these messages large scale onto buildings in light. I love the concept of being able to put these messages out in light. These messages will speak to the fact that we need to hold elected officials accountable to the jobs they are put in place to accomplish, and if they cannot accomplish this, we will replace them with people that are willing to live up to the calling of this most important job. And secondly, we are going to strive to get people that need help into quality care. In my community, as in most, if you have money, then treatment options are plentiful. And if you do not, then there's no real help for you. If you have no insurance and no money, 3 to 5 day medical detox is what is available for you. And anyone who knows anything about addiction understands that the small medical component to a heroin or opioid epidemic is nothing compared to the psychological and mental damage of addiction. And that's what takes real time and real effort to work on. This projector, if I obtain this, I'm going to use this to project loudly the messages of our families, of our community, and of injustices, social injustices as they happen. I will also make this projector available for all those that support my cause to be able to support their cause. I will come to you and I will let you use this equipment to project your messages. to help to end social injustice where it breeds. I appreciate your time in listening to this, and I appreciate your help in bringing this project to fruition. As community members, we can make a difference. We can police our own streets, and we can make a difference.